Number 3. Temporary Fairy. I really hate Joker Bond's Durango in this episode a lot. They really made him a very serious fairy into a complete psychotic idiot. Look, I know that Timmy is completely out of his mind in this episode, but that's not the problem I have with this episode. You know what my real problem with this episode is? Joker Bond's Durango. He isn't like what he was in earlier seasons, and that's a bad thing. He is so out of control and completely abuses Timmy a lot. I know that Timmy wants to do very dangerous stuff, but we've seen that in earlier seasons. We don't need to see more of that again, in a very bad way, in fact. Oh my god. You know what's worse about this episode? The ending. Oh my god. Timmy wishes that Jogabot Striker is in a baby costume and he's in front of 80,000 people. And he got embarrassed. Yep, they completely made Jorgen a completely baby in this episode. Oh my god. I really did talk about a lot about this episode because most of this episode just contains of Jorgen completely psychotically tormenting Timmy. Seriously, why is Jorgen a temporary fairy? He should be a brave and a completely intelligent fairy. The fact that Jorgen just gives Timmy no rest at all and just does this 24/7 is just unbelievable. I really hate this episode so much. Seriously, I really do. It's so bad. It's really bad. Oh my god. Next. Number 2. One-man band. Ugh. I really hate these rhinos so much. Oh my god. They really made Timmy Turtle so bad in this episode. Even more worse than Cosmo Wars. Let's just get into this episode. You know what this episode is about? Timmy Turtle completely being awful at music. I'm not kidding. They really made Timmy Turtle so bad at music, they have to write him in order to prove it. Ugh. Look, I know that not everyone is musically talented, but seriously, Timmy Turtle should not be this bad. And guess what? When Timmy Turtle plays the triangle, apparently it was so bad it broke the ceiling. And when we get to see more of this, it just gets even more worse. Really? You really had to make Timmy Turtle this low? Oh my god. This is just unbelievable. And you know what the worst thing about this? They have to make everyone musically talented, especially Timmy's parents. And when Timmy is completely irate that he's tired of being a nobody, he wishes that his triangle is really good to the point where he wishes that he's a great triangle player. Okay, here's my problem with this episode. I know that Timmy wants to be famous, but seriously, he should be an average kid. Like, come on. And that's not even the worst part about this episode. This episode is also about stereotypes. You know what the problem I have with this episode is that they make Timmy a stereotype. Look, I know that being famous can cause changes, but when you do it to Timmy Turtle, it doesn't make anything better. In fact, it just gets even more worse. Especially that Timmy made an entire stadium dedicated to him. DeWars, where are you? You think this is acceptable? 'Cause it really isn't. You can't just change the world again. Would never love stalk anyone? Oh my god. I freaking hate this so much. Oh man. And guess what? You know what the worst thing about it is? Timmy. They have to make Timmy a complete joke because he's famous. The moral doesn't work at all. When you do it to Timmy, it just doesn't work. This episode didn't need to exist at all. You know what I hate about this episode? It's the fact that they had to make Timmy Turner a stereotype in a very bad way. Seriously. And not only that, Timmy Turner isn't aware of any of this at all. Like, Timmy Turner is supposed to be smart. Not a completely smart, intelligent, but smart for what he is. In the earlier seasons, he knew what to do. But here, he's out of his mind. Seriously. And when Wanda says that he's a completely a fame monster, that is the point where Timmy is supposed to wake up. But no, they literally just keep continuing with this. Ugh. Anyway, when Wanda takes away her magic from Timmy's triangle, yep, you guessed it. Chaos happens. I really hate these people. Why? Because they don't know what is their favorite. I mean, they're really stupid to fall for this. And guess what? Dad just saves the day. I still hate this so much. Seriously, I don't care that Dad is just trying to help Timmy Turner, but seriously, I freaking hate Timmy's parents. They're so bad. I hate them ever since Vicky gets fired. I really hate them now. And guess how this episode ends? When Cosmo says to Timmy that he has a comeback, Timmy plays the triangle again, and guess what happens? The entire stadium completely collapsed because of Timmy just dating on the triangle. Great. Not only did you make me question on the logic of cartoons, but you also made me feel bad for Timmy Turner all over again. You see what this episode does to me? It's supposed to let me side with Timmy Turner at the beginning. It just makes me want to go against him, even though the writers are trying to make us go against Timmy Turner, which fails miserably. And then at the end of the episode, they would have had to make Timmy Turner completely miserable again, over because of a stupid comment that Cosmo says. I really hate this episode so much. I hate Timmy. He has no reason to be a jerk. He has no reason to act the way he is right now. Seriously, I freaking hate these wires so much. Seriously, they need to stop making Timmy a jerk. They really need to stop making him out of character. And also, enough with the unnecessary facial expressions. It's stupid and unnecessary and obnoxious and unneeded. Ugh. It doesn't make anything better. Ugh. Anyway, let's just get the dishonorable mentions out of the way so we could just get this over with. Frenemy Mine is just a rip-off of an episode from the earlier seasons. Well, I can't remember what episode it is, but it's just stupid. I mean, they completely made Vicky out of her mind. It just doesn't let Timmy do what he wants. I just don't like this episode. It's stupid and it's just so bad. Especially the ending. And besides, I pretty much hate Vicky at this point. Anyway, the next dishonorable mention, Mission Responsible. I really hate this episode because it's basically full of cliches, and I really hate that ending. That stupid ending. The ending completely ruined the entire episode for me, and it's not even a reason to excuse everything in this episode. This episode would have been much fine if the ending wasn't the ending. It just isn't. The ending is just when Timmy got into trouble and blah blah blah. I freaking hate this. Like, seriously, if I was in that situation, I would probably punch my TV screen. And if you want to know why I said that, it's because the TV automatically turns on at the end of the episode. Very stupid and lazy. Anyway, next, Lovestruck. Just so you know, I'm done with Valentine's half month until next year. And there's a reason why I did not add this on the list. It's because I want to focus on good episodes. And my god, this episode was bad. This is why I picked Teeth for Two instead of this episode. This episode just portrays of men of women in a very bad way. And it's a very offensive to everyone. Okay, let's get into the final dishonorable mention. The Big Fairy Shell Scale. Yes, this is not number one. Why? Because I don't watch this episode, and for one, I give up. A lot. I can understand why this is one of the worst Fairy Odd Parents episodes, but in all honesty, I just don't care anymore. I just don't. The only episode I've ever watched was, of course, Booby Trapped. And that episode was a request from one of my subs, so that's why that's the only episode I've ever saw. Here's my advice. If I didn't see any of the new episodes, I moved on. You know what the people who did not move on? The people who continue to make this show. Anyway, let's get into the number one episode. The most dysfunctional episode ever.